Hey guys, I'm back. I am super excited to be back at school. The answer to the question is yes, I did test positive for COVID and I stayed home a little while and now I'm back. And if you're going to ask where I got it, not sure where I got it. There's a couple of places. I don't think it was here. I think it was probably at like my chiropractor's office or either that or probably my youngest child brought it home. So anyway, we're going to get back to work, get back to normal. I'm super, super excited to get back into the swing of things. So you are going to start your Lit Circle assignment. So on Tuesday, 10/10, which is probably when a lot of you will see this, you are going to take the SAVIS test, the selection test for the Nobel Peace Prize. You're going to do a little discussion for research and inquiry, which that shouldn't take you more than like 4 minutes or 10 minutes. This is just the textbook for the people who are at home to use, or they can go on SAVIS and use the textbook there. And if you're in class, you can just use your paper textbooks. So our Lit Circle assignment is what I wanted to talk to you about. It is due next Monday, November 16th. And so you're going to come in here, you're going to use the attached instructions, you're going to complete the Lit Circle project. There's 2 parts, and they're due Monday, November 16th. So you're going to have 3 full class days. On Tuesday, you're going to have the selection test to take. So you should be able to get the selection test done. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to have class days to work on this. And if you don't get it done in those 3 days of class days, 3 class days, then it's going to be homework. So we're going to get as much done as we can in those 3 class days, and not have a lot of homework. So assignment part 1 is to create a PowerPoint. It should say in Office 365, and it will be turned in through Schoology. So you're going to turn it in your final project through Schoology, but you're going to create it in Office 365. Remember, that is where it saves really well. So this is pretty straightforward. Each bullet point should have a slide. So these are the bullet points. They should each have a slide. And you're going to have 2 things on the slide. 1, a background picture that goes with the slide. So a background or a picture. So you can, design your slide however you like. Some people like to set their background as a picture, but make sure that if you do that, I can read the text that's on there. Like the picture needs to be light enough and the text dark enough that I can easily read it. And then 2, you're going to have 3 to 5 complete sentences that address that. So for the first one, for author, you may have a picture of the author and then 3 to 5 sentences about the author. So for genre, you might have a picture of the book cover and then 3 to 5 sentences that explain that genre. And remember, you have all of mankind's knowledge to be finding information. And for this, Wikipedia will be a good source to use for some of these, for especially like the author. Wikipedia is actually more of a valid source than a lot of people think. It's not scholarly research, but it is informal research. And right now that is what we are doing, is just informal research to gain knowledge. So the plot is, this is a way to look at plot. Somebody wanted, but so then. Okay, so, and you're going to do this is kind of an overview of the plot. So each of these will have its own slide. So somebody is going to talk about the characters. Wanted is kind of what's going on. Are they wanting to flee from the Nazis? Are they wanting to survive in a concentration camp? What are they wanting? The but is the conflict. Okay, so what happens that creates that conflict? The so is what they do to overcome the conflict. And then the then is going to be your resolution. What happens at the end of the book? How is it resolved? Then is going to be your end of the book. So this is, if you think of that plot overview, this is kind of the same thing. Somebody wanted, but so then. And then you're going to give a little review. Again, 3 to 5 sentences, you know, and you could do the little stars. I give this 4 stars and this is why, or I give it 5 stars and this is why. You're going to write a little review for it. Okay, so that is part 1. And then part 2, you're going to choose one of the following. Part 2 is going to be turned in as a paper copy. So part 1 will be turned in Schoology. Part 2 is going to be a paper copy. And here's your 3 options. Complete a 1-pager on paper. Create a blackout poem. And you guys did these in social studies, so I know you know how to do the blackout poems. I saw some really, really cool ones. Now, the blackout poem should be comparable to the 1-pager as far as the effort that you put into it. Okay? So kind of think about that. Like, am I going to actually put effort into creating a really cool blackout poem that will be worthy of like project level grades? It can't be just, I'm going to scribble. And then finally, create a 2-minute book trailer for your book. Okay. So then as you scroll down, the 1-pager has, this is what goes into a 1-pager. Okay. And then the blackout poem, this is what I'm looking for in the blackout poem. These are some of the techniques. And then there's some tutorials on how to do a blackout poem. So you can watch the videos and then create your blackout poem. It also says you're going to copy a page from your book, and I will print out. If you send me a picture of a page from your book that you want to use, I will print that on my printer and give it to you so that you have a good copy to make your blackout poem with. And then the third is the book trailer. Okay. And the book trailer, again, it tells you, it's about 2 minutes long, tells you what goes into the book trailer. So you're just going to pick one of those, whichever one is most appealing to you is the assignment part 2. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over with you to make sure you understand the project. So if you have questions, let me know, and I'm here to help.